And I always say it. Anytime somebody comes out saying one thing and the rumor is the opposite, believe the rumor because they're lying.
What?
Like
you can't say that.
There's so many different things. There's so many times where this happens, where somebody comes out, denies something, and then later on it comes out, nah, that was right.
Believe the rumor. You can't just blindly believe.
Listen, if there's ever a rumor about the feds looking into me, I'm going to believe it. And evidence is going out the window. Like,
so speaking of AI Trump, 50 Cent posted a video, AI Trump, talking about Diddy. I want to play that.
oh,
Puffy, you stupid ass nigga. I told you stop fucking with R. Kelly. I said grab them in the pussy. Don't kidnap the pussy. They raided your shit, I see. I got a courtesy call when they raided my house. You really fucked up my nigga. Can I get a copy of the Meek Mill sex tape?
Yo,
the Meek Mill sex tape. Man, Diddy got raided by the feds.
That AI Trump is a violation. Like, we can't do that. We cannot have AI Trump saying my nigga. We can't do that.
Why not?
But that shit is hilarious.
Come on, I mean he's being real. I mean we saw pictures with Diddy and Trump. We see pictures with Diddy and everyone. It's so messed up, man. It's just like I called him Diddy Weinstein a few weeks ago, and I remember when Harvey Weinstein got caught up. You saw all the pictures with him and the celebs. Like it's insane.
It is crazy. It is crazy. I wonder what will really come of this. Like, are we just gonna see Diddy move to Bali with Russell or some other place? Are we just gonna see him become like the scapegoat for whatever is happening? Like with Jeffrey Epstein, nothing happened to anybody other than Epstein and Ghislaine.
I mean, yeah, but they raided his house, right? The feds. So
yeah,
his sons who were there, man, they got put in handcuffs as the search was going on. They weren't arrested, but yeah,
they were just detained for like while the search was happening, right?
Yeah. The Homeland Security Investigations Human Trafficking Task Force conducted the raids based on the search warrant for the Southern District of New York. So they got his houses in Miami and LA, which is crazy to think about, man, from New York. So this is a whole federal deal. We talked about the Cassie case. We talked about him getting sued again by the videographer.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of any federal investigation or anything going on. And in fact, I think there was a rumor that it was going on and they denied it. So I guess it was true after all, because this was intense, man.
This is one of those classic instances where, and I always say it, anytime somebody comes out saying one thing and the rumor is the opposite, believe the rumor because they're lying.
What?
Like
you can't say that.
There's so many different things. There's so many times where this happens, where somebody comes out, denies something, and then later on it comes out, nah, that was right.
Believe the rumor. You can't just blindly believe.
Listen, if there's ever a rumor about the feds looking into me, I'm going to believe it, and evidence is going out the window. Like there's no way. There's no way. This is really nuts, though. Like Department of Homeland Security, they deal with anything and everything. It's in that weird like gray area where they're not the FBI, they're not like the police, but they have a lot of ownership over borders, over sex trafficking, over drugs, over pretty much anything and everything that all these agencies do.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy.
What do you think happens, man? Do you think Diddy's actually gonna, face some charges? Because he hasn't been charged with anything. He's not been arrested. They said he's cooperating with the authorities. But do you think that charges are gonna come from this? Do you think that they found anything in Diddy's spot? Because they also they didn't they arrest like his so-called drug mule at the airport? Yeah,
which sounds weird. The kid is like,
this whole thing sounds weird. Let's be real.
Yeah, but the guy is like what, 25 years old or something like that, and he used to be a basketball player at Syracuse, and then apparently he's been like a drug mule for Diddy. I don't know. This just sounds very strange. The guy's name is Brendan Paul. Now, I always say don't trust people with two first names.
I mean, I don't know. Do you think they're just trying to like interrogate him to get some more info? Because they said that videographer and Cassie are cooperating as well. Some other people who are connected to Diddy are cooperating with the authorities. Do you think that, before the year's over, he's going to have some charges? Because I feel like, moving forward with the raid on multiple coasts, like in Miami and LA,
Yeah.
they clearly have enough evidence, I feel like, to make this a public thing, to make it known. I feel like we're definitely going to be seeing some charges in the next couple of months.
I think so too. I mean, they don't do these types of things lightly. Like, you don't see this every day, especially with someone as powerful and well known as Diddy. Like, they have to make sure all their ducks are in a row before they do this, because if they don't, they're going to get sued. And it's going to come back, and it's going to be bad for them. The agency's going to look stupid. People are going to get fired. Like, they don't just do this shit for fun. But it's just really strange. It's just really strange for it to have escalated to this point, essentially due to the allegations, whatever sexual stuff has been said about by Cassie and all the other accusers of Diddy. Like, it seems like maybe the government took this stuff really seriously. Maybe they've been building a case against Diddy for a long time. Who knows?
Or maybe Diddy was a Fed, like when Kanye posted their text exchange and said, "Oh, you a Fed? You trying to set me up?" Who knows the dealings? Because sometimes when you are cooperating with, the Feds, like, they do let you get away with a lot of shit. Like, what was that guy's name? Whitey Bulger, or what the hell's his name?
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember his name. It is like something like Whitey Bulger. Yeah, that's what his name is.
Yeah, and like he was working with them, but they let him get away with all types of shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like, Diddy's a very powerful guy in the entertainment industry. Like, he hosts like crazy parties. He's known for that. He's known for being wild. I feel like a lot of people have always kind of hinted around Diddy being evil. And, when I think of people saying, they sold their soul to the devil, I feel like this is like, like a textbook, like, case of that. Like, you get all the riches, you have all the women, you have, sacrifices. He's, a lot of people close to Diddy have died in the last 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's all coming back to him now. I mean, I've seen videos of him kind of outside of his place, kind of pacing around. He don't look too happy.
Yeah, he doesn't look happy at all. I mean, there's a lot of deaths. There's TikTok videos about all the deaths that have happened around Diddy. So, like, you can find the information very easily. The most recent one, I would say, is Kim Porter.
Yeah.
R.I.P. But there's definitely quite a few others. It's interesting that, of course, 50 in all of his glory, he talked about Jay-Z, of course, brought him up, said, where's Jay at? I called him. I couldn't reach him. He's missing. He put up a milk carton with Jay's photo on there.
Damn.
50 is undefeated. Like, you cannot beat that man in trolling. If you were down, he's going to kick you.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, we talk about Ja Rule getting stranded in UK.
Yeah.
And he's been on this Diddy shit for a while, man.
He has.
Did he do it? He's working on the documentary.
Yeah.
I mean, he posts about it almost every day. I don't know. Do you think a lot more celebrities are going to come out and say anything? Because, I mean, you got to think. He has so many relationships, Diddy. And he's been seen out and about with so many people. That's why you got to be careful.
Dog, I feel like nobody's going to say anything until they figure out exactly what the feds got. And, like, if Diddy is starting to flip on people, if he's, like, they're trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure after being in the business for 30 years, he's probably got dirt on so many people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's usually what happens. Troy, you think that Diddy's going to face some charges from all this?
Yeah, no, I think I do. Just because based off this whole, like, using all this excessive force and everything to raid his house, I think something has to come from it. I don't think they would do all this without having enough to try to get him. Again, he might be a fall guy for something bigger, but I think Diddy might. Like, he's definitely going to get charged.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. I feel like this is going to happen more often. We see these big figures kind of get away with a lot of bullshit for a long time, and people know in these industries. I mean, we saw it happen, in Penn State, like with the coach. We saw it happen with Harvey Weinstein. There's countless examples of, people who are in power who abuse it. Matt Lauer for the Today Show. Like, R. Kelly. A lot of people bringing up R. Kelly. Do you think that
they're gonna be sellies? They are definitely gonna be sellies.
You think they're gonna make some ill collabs in prison together, R. Kelly and Diddy?
Yes. in more ways than one.
Who do you think? Who do you think is going to be more welcomed in prison? Because they say R. Kelly, people actually like him in prison. Do you think Diddy would get that same treatment, or do you think that Diddy's going to get a little bit different treatment?
It depends on what the like how bad the charges are. Like Kells, he was. What was he found guilty of underage stuff or no?
I don't know.
I can't
just know
remember.
It's like over 30 years.
I can't remember if it was underage stuff.
Yeah, I assume it was some bad stuff.
Yeah, it depends on what the charges are. Like I know in prison they don't really play with the kiddie shit. But we'll see. It's just crazy to see this happen like the way it has. It seems to have gone from 0 to 100 very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, man, he trying to bring up Drizzy already.
We can.
Oh man, I mean, I don't know, man. Who's next, man? Like, I feel like if Diddy goes down, no Diddy. I feel like a lot more people are gonna be, charged eventually, because I feel like, I don't know, like we talk about the YSL trial. I feel like, these people in entertainment, they've been targeted by the federal government in recent years. I feel like they're going to continue to make examples out of people, especially famous black people. You know, I mean, we'll see. I mean, there are some real powerful people named in that civil suit. I think they said Prince Harry was involved. Lucien Grange, the Universal Music president. A lot of people with a lot of money. So I don't know, man.
I don't know about that's the civil suit by the videographer, right?
I think so. I'm not sure. It's been so much information the past couple of days, and a lot of clickbait articles too.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, let us know, guys. Do you think Diddy is going to jail? Do you think he's gonna go away for a while? Do you think he flees the country? Let us know. Do you think he's guilty of all this shit? Honestly, I think there's a lot of truth to these claims. I feel like he's had a reputation for a long time, and I don't know, like him calling himself Love, and I always felt like
Brother Love.
I always felt like Diddy was a complete psychopath, honestly. I always felt like he knew how to present himself in certain situations, but obviously he has a completely wild side that he flashes from time to time that I feel like that's his true self. When he was the Joker for Halloween running around Los Angeles,
That shit looked way too real.
I feel like he was just being himself. For real, I feel like that was him being himself.
And then he was like, "Oh, I can do this every Halloween."
No, and they said, no, you can't be the Joker anymore. And then he was Batman. But I was the Joker one year. And it does feel good. It does feel empowering, dressing up as something. And I felt good, but I wasn't terrorizing people in the streets. I don't know, Troy, when you dress up, do you feel like the character sometimes?
No, not really, to be honest. I kind of just I just like dressing up. I do like dressing up, but I don't really. It doesn't really change anything for me.
Damn, you got to get more into it.
For me, it only works if I got a mask on. When I had that Jason mask or whatever it was, I felt great. I felt great. I had the fake machete, scaring people in the train, just standing there staring at them. That was good times.
Damn,
that was really good.
When you were a shark, you didn't bite nobody.
No, because my face was there. It wasn't as much fun. It wasn't as much fun.
Oh my god.
Listen, if I was Diddy, I would get the fuck out of Dodge. I'm not coming back to the U.S. until all this shit is squashed.
Damn.
I'm really not.
Yeah.
Let my lawyers in the U.S. handle it as my proxy or whatever. I'm abroad. If you need me, contact me through my lawyer. He's got enough money. I would just start liquidating assets one by one. Especially if you're guilty. Get the fuck out of here.
I feel like it's too late for that, man. It's too late to lay low. I mean, he has a private jet. How is he going to escape at this point? Do they know where he is? Because I feel like he did leave.
They said he flew to Cape Verde, because they have no extradition, and it's in the Caribbean. So
is he still there?
I have no idea.
Well, he probably should stay there. I think you're right. But we'll see what happens. I mean, they can freeze his accounts. They could do a lot of things to make life really hard, especially when you're a public figure like that. Subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe on Spotify. Follow on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
All the apps. We're everywhere. We are everywhere.